Well, Momma Dee, first and foremost, congrats on your new marriage with Ernest.
Thank you.
How's it going?
Beautifully. As long as I'm in control, it'll always be right.
And how did you two meet exactly?
I met him in 95. In 95. I was riding around with a girlfriend, and he was standing outside his car, and I was like, wow. And then I stopped the car, and I was like, should I speak to him? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, no, I shouldn't. Me and her went back and forth for about a good minute, and then I backed up the car and called him over to the car. And then we exchanged numbers, talked about 10 minutes, changed numbers, and then like a week later, I hit him up.
Now, most of the season, Scrappy and your daughter were against the relationship with you and Ernest. What's their current relationship like with him now?
Well, they're still working on it because, it's a daily situation with them because, my daughter has a lot of hurts on how he did me and stuff like that because, a lot of people think, okay, Momma Dee's crazy about Scrappy, but I'm just as crazy about Jasmine like I am my son. Like I go in for my kids. So, at the end of the day, it's whatever. And they love their mom and they go in for their mom. Birds of a feather, let's just say, we always flock together.
Now, explain the whole thief story between you and Ernest. We know he stole from you and Scrappy, and you sent him to jail. How are you both able to get back together despite those circumstances?
When he got out, we talked on the phone, and I went by, and we just still always loved each other. It's like when I sent him to prison, I still loved him. When someone does something to you, or when they cheat, or they wrong you, whatever their wrong is, it doesn't mean because you break up, you just stop loving that person. It's because of the pain and the love for that person that they hurt you. I felt like at the time when I sent him to prison, I was like, how could you do this to me and my son and sleep good, every night? So my logic, I'm the comeback kid. So I'm like, I'm going to see how it feels to sleep 7 years knowing I did something to you. Exactly.
And how do you feel about Scrappy and Bambi's relationship?
I think they both are still growing. They're in and out. And I know the blogs are like saying that, they've broken up and Scrappy making his comment, Bambi making, I just stay out of that because Bambi is a nice person. She tries to be slick sometimes. She be on some slick shit. But for foremost, she's very appreciative. She's very respectful of me and me and my son's relationship. She don't try to come in between it like Erica used to do. Just put it this way. If my son was with Erica, I probably would never see my son, nor would I even ever go over there. She has such a nasty disposition.
Okay, this season, we also saw Scrappy and Erica in a huge child support dispute. What were your feelings on that incident?
My feelings are what she's talking about. She's talking about, first season when Scrappy asked her to marry him. Okay. So what people don't know is that they, right after that reunion show, they moved in together. So Scrappy was paying her mortgage. So what do you mean the money she talking about he owing back pay is when he was living with her ass? Where they do that at? And he was paying your bills for real? I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? But he have his money more than she do.
What's Scrappy and Erica's current relationship like?
It's volatile. As you know, Freddie O did a cover piece that Erica, when we left the reunion, Erica went and filed a restraining order on Scrappy. But what she failed to tell the judge is that she started calling my son all those names, and he defended himself, as you will see if they don't edit that. I would love for them to show what started the whole argument on stage between those two. So I hope they don't edit it because it needs to show the whole situation when she started calling him a lot of motherfuckers and stuff. And he's like, so I put you on. You were working in a building coding place, right? Making $10 an hour. So this what you do? You know what I'm saying? You're going to put me down, lie on me. And so he jumped up from his seat and the guards rushed up on the stage, and they were holding him, but he wasn't finna hit her. He was just physical, like, you know how you upset? He, quote unquote, this is what he said. He said, I've given you $15,000 before and didn't have no food in my refrigerator, but you left my daughter with me, and I had to feed my daughter what I had left. I couldn't eat for 3 days because I had to feed my daughter, and he broke down and started crying on stage. Because he, in his head, and in my head too, still can't comprehend. Why are you so volatile? Why are you so trying to hurt my son? So if you ain't with him, you rather see him without shit, but yet he put you on, and this what you do? Even Jocelyn ain't biting the hand that feed him. That was Stevie. That Stevie put her on. And she said that first season. She said, I'm down with Stevie. Because if he wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here. So that's how you show gratefulness and gratitude. That bitch, and I'll say it, B-I-T-C-H again. And in that order. You know, it's ungrateful. She's disrespectful. And before I allow them to ever get back again, I'd rather die first.
How would you compare Erica and Bambi?
I just told you. Erica is stupid, obnoxious, disrespectful, and disregarding. Bambi is a whole nother, well, let's just say, she's a better person, well-rounded person. I guess because she was raised by her mother. Her mother didn't have a glass dick in her mouth. Her mom was there with her daughters and raising them.
Who's your favorite girl that Scrappy has dated?
I would say Shay.
And who's your least favorite?
Erica. Oh, don't you know?
You were the only one that showed up to the funeral out of the group.
Yeah.
That seems kind of strange. I mean,
some people probably just can't take it. Couldn't, actually take it. You never know. I don't know what the reasons they are. We never talked about it.
Y'all kissed in the mouth, bro, forever. Like that's like y'all are forever known as the hip hop couple who kissed each other in the mouth. Like whenever people talk about weird things we've seen in hip hop and how hip hop has gotten so strange and people are accepting of it, that's one of the things they always bring up.